Brian Norman.
Sometimes I won't say much. There's no point in repeating what everybody's already said. I'm not here to try to persuade your decision to go one way or another. Low ball, high ball, slow ball, fast ball, not my call. All I know is, like Eddie Hearn said, we didn't get the fight.
Frustrating because you hear everything that Brian Norman Sr. or his daddy's saying, and none of it really makes sense. Like if you
with Eddie Hearn, so you can go on and stop the cap. Eddie Hearn, you trying to spin this? Check this out.
And I hate all this stuff. The dad's going on, giving these interviews, and you're not even in the conversation. We've never had a conversation with the dad. Very frustrating.
I think it's just a bunch of misinformation going around.
Brian Norman.
The first offer was was less than a third of what Boots made for David Avenesian. David Avenesian is only famous for getting beat by or getting knocked out by Bud.
You know, this is a really simple situation. The first offer that was made to Brian Norman was nicely over $1 million.
It's the same thing I said about everybody got to be attached to a person, then they become a name. All right. So now, your first offer was that, and it was literally just a little bit more than what you gave David Avenesian, and my son is a world champion. He brings to the table the exact same thing that Boots brings to the table.
They said that they felt that, not insulting, but was nowhere near. We've made 2 more offers. But no one knows who Brian Norman is. I know Brian Norman's a good fighter. Who is Brian Norman?
So you can go on and stop the cap. Eddie Hearn, Boots doesn't bring anything more to the table than my son brings. It's a unification bout. He has his belt. My son has his belt. My son is taking all the chances. He's taking all the risks. You got it?
Now you say Boots is overrated. You say he's not the bogeyman. Then why wouldn't you take this bucket load of money to prove that you're the best welterweight in the world? So let's just stop with the interviews online.
The second offer was less than half of what Boots made his last fight.
$250,000 every time now, to levels that Brian Norman will never see. And it's like, we keep getting told we're close, then we go back and make another offer, and then we're told by his team that we're actually not that close. And I start to think, Brian Norman, do you want this fight, or are you clout chasing?
But at this point, it looks like it's bullshit going on.
Do you want to be great, Brian Norman? Like, not being funny, we're giving you a bucket load of money and an opportunity for you to unify the division against, in my opinion, one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. And the dad will come out, Brian, yeah, we will. Fucking prove it then. Excuse my language. It pisses me off.
The third offer was half of what Boots made his last fight. To be exact, damn near. It was literally half of what Boots made his last fight. So imagine what Boots is going to make in this unification bout. Considerably more than he just made in his last fight. So, not speaking actual numbers, I'm speaking actual facts.
Hold on a second, Mr. Senior, hold on. Pulled the deep down south Bill Haney on me right there, bruh. These boxing dad's tongues are slippier than a fish in baby oil, boy. He's not talking actual numbers, but he's talking actual facts. About the numbers?
If you hear everything that Brian Norman Sr. or his daddy's saying, and none of it really makes sense. Like if you...
But at this point, it looks like it's bullshit going on.
Or as the others might say over here, cap. We've gone back 3 times now with more money. To a point, like, with all due respect to Brian Norman, he shouldn't be making this kind of money. But we're ready and we're prepared to pay him it. And then we get told, oh, you're miles off.
You did not want to make this fight. The only reason you did this was to tell Boots and his team that you tried to make the fight.
Cap, he shouldn't be making this kind of money.
You did not make the fight. I gave Boulder the numbers. I told Boulder what the numbers was. Both know that's some bullshit.
He shouldn't be making this kind of money.
See, I'm trying to be respectful, man, because he's disrespected now. And I just don't want to be like him, though, but I have to tell the truth. He going around running his mouth, talking, and now all this stuff going on, you know what I mean? But he know what Boots done to his son in here. Boots hit him with a body shot and dropped him in here, you know what I mean? Boots ain't this and Boots ain't that, you know what I mean? Since his father running his mouth, man, I'm trying to be respectable, man, but I'm tired of him running his mouth, you know what I mean? And And he told me you want to make the fight. Make the fight. Stop running your mouth, man. Ain't nobody ducking. They offer you more money than you ever want to see.
He shouldn't be making this kind of money.
At this point.
That's why I said the final offer. We'll take the final offer in Vegas. We will absolutely take the final offers in Vegas.
Or whatever it is.
But at this point.
Final offer in Vegas. We will absolutely take the final offers in Vegas.
So I don't believe the bullshit of Brian Norman and the team. If you want the fight, you would have taken the fight. And now, but Brian Norman has missed the boat. And now he's got to go and fight someone for peanuts that no one's ever heard of. Brian Norman had the chance to prove himself as a superstar. And they dropped the ball. And the problem is with boxing, but he talks about it, but he's not about it. These guys are it's laid on a plate for him. Brian Norman, Stanionis, Marius Barris, they know they can't beat Boots.
Okay, let's cover some of the important points that were made here. Okay, geez, where do we start? In my opinion, the most important thing that was said, we don't get to fight. Well, that about sums it up. Shout out that boy H Money, live boxing discussions all night. Free smoke, pull up. Shout out that boy Galactic Drip TV. It's a little bit of this, it's a little bit of that. It's just comedy. Check out Polar Gang USA and In the Lab Live with my head. I'm gonna go look for some punches to slow down so we can look at. Truth be told, like my homie Diaz says, the ring never lies. What up, Uncle Rick? Thank you all for your support. Bubs Boxing. Gone.
He shouldn't be making this kind of money.
But at this point.
Or whatever it is.